All right, we're rolling whenever you're ready.
All right. I don't know if anybody would ask, what the heck is that thing for? But I put it in here because when Bobby drove the car in here at winter time or any time, she would drive it too far ahead. So I put this thing in here so that when she drove the car in, when this hit the windshield, that's when to stop. It worked out great. She didn't complain about it. It was wonderful.
Nice.
But I think you saw this cabinet.
Oh yeah, this has come a long ways.
Prior to being anywhere near, framed out. And I got it all framed out and ready
beautiful.
to build drawers. I just bought a piece of 1/2-inch AC plywood to frame out the drawers, and I'll have a piece of pine as the front.
Holy cow, Donnie, that's amazing.
So it's coming slow but sure. These pieces, I got draw slides here. I just bought 22-inch draw slides, which will go mount on these cross pieces.
Holy cow, that's amazing. There's so much work in that.
Now the big problem is I wanted to stain it Puritan pine, Minwax Puritan pine.
Yeah.
Can't find it anymore. They discontinued it, and it seems like all the other colors that Minwax has are either darker or they have red in it. And I don't want red. I want a, semi-transparent stain so you can see the grain of the wood through it. And
that Puritan pine's been our go-to for decades.
Right, yeah, a long time. I used it on
everything.
A lot.
Yeah,
I love Puritan
Me
pine.
too.
But so now we got to try to find something that'll work in its place. And so that's the story on this. Let's go upstairs. I got another project. I start all these projects. And hopefully I'll get some of them finished.
How's the heater working out up here?
Working good. You'll notice the difference.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Do you want me to shut that or?
Yeah, probably ought to shut it.
Wow.
But this is a 2-foot cabinet, and that's going on one side of the stove. So I decided, well, what the heck? That might be a good place to make a butcher block.
No way, really?
So I cut up some maple that we milled out. You and I milled
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Probably 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Good and dry.
Holy cow.
Cut out these strips like this and glued them together. And I biscuited them.
Oh, wow.
And I'll show you just how I did that. I got my biscuit maker right here, and I'll just cut a notch in one just so you could see how it goes. But this goes on there like that. It makes a slot just like that. And then in that slot, I glue this whole surface. I cut about 5 biscuits in each one. And these are the biscuits.
Yeah.
You glue in the slots like that. And then you join them all together.
So that gives you the vertical and horizontal strength?
Right. It gives it a lot of strength, vertical strength. It also adds to the strength of the glue, rather than just have a flat surface glued together. It adds a lot of strength to it.
That is beautiful, that maple though. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh? I like how you got different grains and different colors.
Yeah. So I think once I put the butcher block stain on it,
Yeah.
it's really going to bring that color out.
That's right. There's like an oil, right? Or a stain?
Yeah, it's like an oil, but it's, you can, what do they call that? You can cut on it and you can eat the stuff that you
Okay.
cut on it. You know, it won't kill you.
Won't kill you quick.
At least they say it.
Not
won't
quick
kill you.
anyway, right?
Right. So today my project was to trim these edges, sand this whole thing, router. I'm going to router, put a 1/2-inch bead on the whole perimeter of the thing, which it breaks the corner, and that's my project today.
Awesome.
So the next time you see this, you are going to see it with a stain on it, and I think it's going to come out really nice.
Oh man, I am excited. What an amazing touch to add to the camp and to the whole cabinets.
And when I put these together, I tried to, you know, you got grain in the wood going. The grain goes this way.
Yeah.
I tried to put it so the grain is up and down.
Okay.
And I know in a lot of butcher blocks, the old big heavy butcher blocks that they used to make was always the end grain.
Yeah.
They were cutting on.
Okay.
You know, they were cutting on this end grain.
Yeah.
They stood pieces up like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
remember
Yeah.
the
Like
old
4x4s or 2x2s or something.
Right. They were real heavy.
Yes, I have
like
seen those. Yeah.
They used them in butcher shops and stuff.
Yeah, the chopping block and
Right.
yeah.
So, you know, I think the end grain is probably a little harder. I don't know if it's any harder, but the way it's
It'll hold together
made,
better.
it'll hold together better
Yeah.
for cutting. So
This is awesome. And this one goes on top of
that
that.
one's going on the 2-foot cap.
And that goes next to the stove, to the left of the stove,
Right.
or the oven.
Yeah.
And then does that one finish the run, that same run?
That one finishes on the other side of the stove,
Okay.
and on this end of it, it matches into the one that I got downstairs.
Wow.
At right angles.
Awesome. Awesome.
So,
Pretty exciting.
yeah.
Man, you've done a lot of work, a lot of incredible work. Look at how tight that is. That is some fine craftsmanship for a farmer.
Yeah, for a
For a fur farmer.
a lumber hacker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll work out good. Maybe it's too fancy for the place.
It's pretty fancy for just a little camp.
You know.
This is kind of a luxury camp now.
It's turning into something pretty nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Airbnb this thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple kids yesterday. They said they're doing the same thing. They're going to build a camp. They said, but it's a lot smaller than yours. You guys really built big. And I said, we kind of got out of control.
You know, I mean, to me, it's a perfect size,
Yeah.
for 4 guys.
Yeah.
And it looks big because we got a farmer's porch.
Yep.
An 8-foot farmer's porch the whole length, which isn't, it's usable space, but it isn't livable space.
Yeah, and the cathedral, I think, and the loft.
Oh, that makes it look huge.
Yeah, it looks bigger than it is.
Yeah.
And then we spent a little extra money, but not a lot really, in making it fancy. I mean, it honestly didn't take much more to make it fancy.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to Airbnb the thing during moose season or something.
Recoup some of the expenses.
Yeah, we will never financially recover from this camp.
That's for sure.
It helps when you're cutting the trees that you own and milling them at your own mill.
Right.
That stuff
that
helps.
helped a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that saved a lot of money.
Yeah, and that added to the size of it. We'd have probably been half the size if we had to buy everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the way we stand right now, and probably when we take another video, I'll have this thing. I'm gonna, after I get things done, we'll bring this one down, and I'm gonna fit it to the one that's down there.
Oh, cool.
Just not combine it, but just to fit it. So when we get up there, we can just put it in place.
Yeah. And we could bring this in the spring, like in my trailer, or if you want to get it in there in the winter, we can. But I don't know if we need to now.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say take it up you know, when we can drive in there.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot easier than.
And it's gonna fit in my narrow door, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, geez, I had to make it to fit in that 30-inch door.
Oh man, that was my mistake.
Yeah, so that's where it looks. I think it's gonna come together good.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Now we got to pick out a countertop.
yeah, what are we doing? Like a formica? Is that what they call that stuff?
That
Or
would be the cheapest.
Yeah.
And you know
you don't want to go full granite.
No. Oh God, no. No, it isn't that luxurious.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll have to get that at Lowe's or a Home Depot or something.
Yeah, they're cheap enough and they're pretty strong.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing is we got to have a 45 cut
Yeah.
on one end.
Yeah. I almost think they sell them now with a 45 on them.
Do they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw them.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably they would have one manufactured. You know,
Yeah.
I used to buy them, you know, like at a local lumber yard
Yeah.
that would have them. You know, I give them the dimensions, and they would cut the 45.
Yeah.
So you could order it that way.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out, and we'll have to pick out a color.
Yeah. But so we haven't done a lot of ice fishing. Whoop, there's your phone. You better get that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the call he's been waiting for from the Amish. I think the Amish are gonna try to buy his. Oh, not the call.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
But we're gonna head up. We're gonna head up country pretty soon this week, we hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to get into camp, and they're having that a Can-Am
Yes.
sled race this weekend out of Fort Kent.
Dog sled races. Yeah.
And as I understand it, their route goes right by the end of where our camp is built.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So,
Yeah. We could throw dog bones out on the
I was
road.
going to ask Darcy, my daughter, to make that apple cake
Oh my
to
word.
take up.
Holy cow, it's the best dessert I've ever had.
Yeah,
Other than your donuts.
So I gotta talk to her this weekend and see if she can make some.
Some people did ask last video, and I want to show them this plaque here. It's pretty special to both Donnie and I. This plaque represents everything we found when we found that underground, or I guess what would you call it? Just
Blacksmith shop.
an old
An
blacksmith.
old blacksmith shop.
Yep.
Up on the west branch of the Penobscot, which was
long buried.
long buried, and there was no sign of anything there. You know, the growth had taken right over, and
Spruce trees bigger than us.
right, and
this is what we found.
dug up.
Yes.
This is just a small portion of
Oh
it.
yeah, this is a small portion of it. But it's pretty cool, like seeing the handmade, hand-forged stuff that they made in the woods, and the horseshoes, the drill bits, or drills they'd call it.
Yeah.
PV point, right?
PV point.
Yep. And then, I don't know, maybe for the sleds or for hauling them out.
Probably these items were probably sled items, you know, scoots. They used to make, you know, wooden scoots and have chains and places to hook chains and animals to the scoots.
A lot of horse leather buckles and,
Right, yeah.
and straps. And then this is a Kelly axe made in Belfast, Maine, 1822 to 1910. They were in operation. And that one came out of there too. That's something really special to Donnie and I.
Yeah. This came out of Bangor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Liniment bottle.
Was it Johnson's liniment or something?
Johnson's
Yeah.
liniment. 1865, I think. Was
It
the
cured
date.
every single thing in the world.
Right, yeah.
According to their advertisement.
Poor muscle, you know, sore muscles and
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, everything.
You could probably drink it or rub it on your skin, whatever you wanted to do with it.
It had like I can't even remember, but it had a percentage of ether in it. It said.
Boy.
So I think if it didn't grow hair on your chest, it burned it off.
It probably had some alcohol in it too.
Yeah, it was a fix-all.
Yeah,
Imagine somebody showed up with a horse and buggy and had a crate of that on the back to sell it, and
Right,
told all the loggers that it helps for sore backs.
right. The best stuff going.
Yeah, and then A lot of people commented on your axe collection too, and
Yeah, this was.
these are the ones behind glass.
Yeah, this is pretty dusty up here,
But those are some pretty special ones
yeah,
there to
look
Donnie.
at that one.
That's the old Black Raven.
Yeah.
Got a curly maple handle and got an old, I think that's an Emerson and Stevens there. Yeah, it is. The Plum Champion, and then a keen cutter there, an old number 5. So a lot of people were asking about that stuff too, Donnie.
Yeah, great.
And there's the old PV catalog there. 160 years in business in Maine.
Yeah, now it's 162 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, we got that a couple years ago.
Yep. Well, this is looking amazing, Donnie. Thank you for giving us the update and showing us. And, of course, all your hard work on this is absolutely amazing.
Well,
the edge doesn't look straight to me, though. It looks
it's a little wavy.
it looks a little wavy. Did you do that by eye?
I'm gonna leave it just like it is.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, looks kind of woodsy this way, you know.
It's a lot easier, I think, to cut it after you're done, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you also screw this, or is it just that strong enough, that glue and biscuit?
I didn't screw anything.
Don't even need to, right?
No. On something like this, and in fact, I made my daughter a butcher block table.
Oh, that thing's huge.
Which was an island, probably about as big as this table. And the top was made similar to this. And I didn't use any screws in that. I used the biscuits in that too.
Yeah.
And it's, knock on wood, it's held up so far.
Yeah. No, that thing came out amazing. Yep.
So,
great. Anything?
so it gives me something to do, you know. I just come up and work on it now and then. And
Oh, yeah.
no hurry, as long as winter lasts.
Yeah, and then so this week we can tell the folks we're planning a trip up north. We're also, you got some tapping to do this. Is it this week or next week?
Yeah, I'm going to start tapping maple trees tomorroh.
Yeah, and you got to help Wayne out because he bought such a big evaporator. He needs extra sap to fill it.
He's got to have a lot of sap.
And I heard his wife put a bed out in the in the shack for him because he wasn't supposed to buy that big evaporator.
Yeah.
So it came with a bunk bed for him and the boys.
Well, he got the worst end of that deal because his wife went out and bought a new pickup. And I'm sure that cost a lot more than that evaporator.
Yeah.
So he got the worst end of that deal.
Yeah. Oh, poor Wayne. Yeah, we love him.
Yeah, I got to get over and see that. I talked to him the other day, asked him if he was running some sap lines, and he hadn't drilled any trees yet, but that was last week.
Yeah, we should get over.
This weekend he'll be tapping. He may be tapped already. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a message or give him a call.
Yeah.
But yeah, if people want to see that, leave it in the comments, guys. We shot a couple maple syrup videos last year that I really liked and enjoyed shooting those.
Yeah.
And if people like them, we'll shoot another video for them this year with a updated evaporator. And Donnie's been slowly picking away at his wood lot, making a little bit of a sugar stand over there, looking good.
I'm trying to. I didn't do much over there this year. I'm too busy cutting lumber.
Gosh, we were too busy. Yeah, you stay pretty busy.
But yeah, we hope to have the mill up and running. We blew a head gasket and then got that fixed, but some bolts were broken in the head, and so that motor is the original motor that's been on there probably 30, I don't know how long I've had, a good 30 years.
Yeah, I think last I'd heard it was like mid-80s.
Yeah.
So that would put it at 37 years.
Yeah.
Or 39 years.
So that motor really did us justice, you know.
Yeah.
But we just purchased a Honda motor to put on it.
Nice.
And it's going to be much quieter because we were running straight ports right out of the piston. And it was some old loud.
At night, you could just look at the fire coming out of that
Right,
thing.
yeah. No spark arresters on that.
No,
muffler, no anything.
No, we all had to wear hearing protection. Couldn't hear anything anyway.
Right, yeah. So that's the first thing when the weather breaks, and we'll get that motor on. And
that'll be fun to get up to the mill. I think we're milling a cabin for Corey, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Have you heard from him?
Yeah, I have. He was ice fishing last week, but He didn't make up his mind yet what he wants to do. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so we might still be milling a cabin for him, or he might be doing like a kit or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, he was up to Spider and Haymock ice fishing this last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll try to get a hold of him and just see what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so we can get some trees piled up. And then we got to mill some for Pat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spoke to Jamie. He's gonna twitch us out some hemlock.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have a bunch of that ready to go.
Beautiful.
So
Yeah.
things will look up and up right now.
Good.
So the next time you see a picture of this, hopefully we'll have a stain on here and we'll have some drawers made. And I'm still looking for my flat panel that I really want to put in it.
What do you mean?
Instead of a raised panel door,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have a flat panel door,
Yeah.
which has grooves in it, like up and down grooves, which
Yeah.
looks like an old wainscoting that you
Oh,
put
nice.
around the house.
Yeah.
And I did that on a cabinet I made for Darcy, and it looked really good.
Okay, sweet.
So, and it's a lot easier to make than the raised panel.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I remember you had a hard time finding it last time,
Right,
too.
and I still haven't found it. So,
It comes like as a sheet of plywood or something?
right, it's
Yeah.
like a 1/4-inch plywood.
Yep.
And it has the vertical
Yeah.
grooves.
I'll keep my eyes open on the
I haven't
internet.
checked Home Depot.
Okay.
Lowe's doesn't have it that I could find.
Okay.
They have a 3/8 panel, but that's too thick.
Okay. Yeah.
So the rails and styles, I'll show you what they're going to look like. These will be the rails and styles,
Oh, nice.
and then that panel fits in here.
Yeah. And what do you do? Do you make those?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
have router bits. These are the router bits that.
Oh, neat.
These are the router bits. That makes the raised panel, and these make the end cuts.
Yeah.
And this groove with this trim on it.
Oh, that's going to look gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that'll look great.
So we either got to find some Puritan pine or we got to make our own.
Yeah, we're gonna do
A
something.
bucket of nails and some oil or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some crankcase oil would.
Yeah, it probably would.
Yeah. But we'll find something.
Yeah, I put donut oil on it, but the bears would get in there.
Oh, geez, they'll chew it all to pieces. Porcupines too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't see many porcupines up north.
no, you don't. You don't
Or
see.
skunks.
Nope,
I
it's
never
pretty
see-
rare. I ran into two skunks one year trapping near St. Pamphile on the border, and I caught one fisher that had quills in it. That
Oh,
was
no
it.
kidding.
Yeah, but he could have got that down
Oh.
here. You know, fisher can travel.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that something? It's odd that you don't see it up there.
Yeah, I don't know if the predators are too strong or there's
Yeah.
just not enough food for them or what.
Right.
But down here, oh my God, the
Oh
porcupines
my
are thick.
gosh, you see so many roadkill porcupines,
Yeah.
and you figure, wow, if that many roadkills, just think how many are in the woods.
Yeah, I know you had a pile out back one year.
Yeah, yeah. They used to get into the apple trees at my mother's.
Yeah,
They loved the sweet apple trees,
yeah.
and I don't know how many we shot out of those over the years.
Lots. My math teacher in high school, he lived out Farmingdale way. He said he would walk to school with a 22 and he'd shoot porcupines mostly
Yeah.
because his town office would give him 25 cents for the front 2 feet. They had a
Yeah.
bounty on them.
Yeah.
And then he said he realized the girl at the town office didn't know the difference between a groundhog's front 2 feet and a
Oh, my
porcupine.
word.
So he'd bring in groundhog's feet and get the quarter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember Woody, my buddy Woody, would go. He couldn't wait to get out of school and go down in the backwoods and try to find porcupines. And do the
Wicked.
same thing, and I did the same thing, you know. But I had to take all, as I recall, all 4 feet.
Was it?
I, you know, and it was done at Ada Packard's house. You know, the town office was in her house because she was the town clerk and treasurer. And so she would, and at the time I did it, it was 50 cents, I think, for
all four?
Yeah. So she would, you know, write a slip and give me the money. Then she had a wood stove in the kitchen that they cooked on, and at the time that I went, it was winter time, and she had the stove going. She'd take the feet and throw them in the stove.
Jeez. Oh, gosh.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's how she disposed of them.
Geez, that kitchen must have smelled pretty nice.
You know, you couldn't smell it. But,
No.
You know, it had to be a little rank, I would think.
Yeah, different era. I like porcupine too. It's a cool animal, but it's just too bad that the damage they can do to a woodlot.
Yeah. Well, that's
Or
why
an
they
orchard.
instituted Fisher to come in to
That's
cut
true.
down
Yeah.
on the porcupine population.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they brought them in from somewhere.
I don't even know.
Way back.
Yeah.
I know, I read that, and because they're quick, fish are a quick animal, and they can get to a porcupine without getting quills in it, usually.
It's amazing.
You know, they get them in the belly and underneath, and
No fear.
no fear.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Porcupine are cool. I remember one time I snuck up on one that was actually asleep in the hole of a tree. There was this big burl,
Yeah.
and it was sleeping on the edge of it. And I was deer hunting, and I was just so bored, and I'd watch that thing, and it was actually snoring. It was
Okay,
actually
then.
snoring, and I snuck up on it. It took me like an hour, and I come around the side of that tree, and I was gonna grab it by the leg.
Oh my God.
But then I got
wow,
like,
the
yeah,
tail.
I
They can whip that tail
got a little
around.
scared, and I grabbed him by the foot, and he made the weirdest squealing noise.
You probably scared them.
I scared the poop right out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd ever heard a porcupine ever make a noise. It was like a squeal, and then it just climbed back into the hole, and we both went our separate ways. But I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't resist grabbing that thing by the foot.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a good yank, but I couldn't do it.
No, you.
I figure if he loses control and falls, I'll get a handful of quills.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, today this is what, the 25th.
Yeah, I believe so.
The
Yeah.
25th of February, and you look out the window and you
it's
don't
ugly.
see
It is
any
ugly.
snow to speak of.
Yeah, the only snow you got's what you saved underneath your solar panel.
Yeah.
You must have shoveled it under there, huh?
No, it just melted off. And,
Jamie's out back cutting.
yeah, he's cutting some wood. And, gosh, he's skid out quite a bit this morning.
Oh, that's all from today?
Now there's a pile of pine that's going to go for chipping, and so he's cutting some popple today. Trying to get another load of that before. I think he's supposed to get really cold tonight, and
Yeah.
tomorrow's staying below freezing. So the field is starting to soften up, and he wants to get that stuff out of there. And next week looks like in the 40s, and
Yeah.
so I think spring is on its way, but usually March can be a son of a gun of a month.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it can be something else, but February's been so mild.
Wicked. Yeah.
All right, we'll head down and we'll see you guys at a later date with hopefully a little more things done on these cabinets, some cabinet drawers made and so forth.
Yeah, if you'd speed it up a little bit,
Yeah,
we're not paying
yeah.
you by the hour.
Oh, I got something in the kitchen I want to show you.
Oh yeah, let's go down. Let's go down. Here, I'll get that. I got the.
Got it?
Yep, I got it. I'm just gonna let it come down when I get down. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, while you're here, look at this new chair that Joey gave me.
Man, you can fit two people
Man,
in that thing.
This thing is awesome.
Yeah, that is
Look
nice.
how big, look how much room I got.
You could definitely eat some more donuts with a chair
I
like
could eat a
that.
lot more donuts and some pie in mixed in. But you got a nice table. put a thermos or a coffee cup. Trying to figure out what this was for. I had someone say that maybe stand-up silverware in those slots. Don't know. But man, it's great.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet chair.
Yeah,
Donnie's been after one of those for years.
I have. I've been
For a good
bugging
ice
you
fishing
because
chair.
you got one
Yeah.
that I really like.
I got you a better version than
Yeah,
mine.
that's definitely a better.
That's the upgraded version.
Yeah, that really is. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you this, Joey.
Yeah.
Excuse how the house looks. It's a mess.
Oh, that's right.
We got these 2 cast iron fry pans. From
The real
Papua.
Canuck.
The
The real Canuck sent them.
Yeah. Okay. Made in Canada. This one, he sent both of these at different times. This one, I believe he told you what?
It was either late 1800s or really early 1900s.
Wow. And we sure appreciate that because I love cooking in cast iron. There's nothing better.
And I always forget what the G is. I keep asking him, and he's told me 4 times. But it's GSW. It's a Canadian cast, and the S is Steelworks. I know that.
Okay.
The G is what? There's no province with a G, is there? It's a location, but I can't
Yeah.
remember. I'll let him tell us, but you could tell. I guess there's an F in that, so he can tell you like the foundry or whatever.
But they're awesome, and I just seasoned them the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So they're all seasoned and ready to go.
They're going right up to camp.
They're going right up to camp, hopefully the end of this week. Coming.
Wicked nice.
I'll let you take those. This is the stain, butcher block stain that I got for the butcher block top I'm making.
Yep.
So we'll see how that, it looks like it's brown. If you can go by color.
That's hard to
can.
tell in those
It's hard to
pictures.
tell. And it's hard to tell because different woods take different
Yeah.
colors. So
And then if you guys stay tuned, we are gonna shoot a video on cook stoves. We got a couple up our sleeve for you, but Donnie's willing to tell you all about his cook stove on a future episode, and
yeah.
we'll show you how he uses it, and we'll even show you a few more. But other than that, guys, we really appreciate you tuning in. Questions, comments, we answer them all. Donnie's got a way now to read all the comments too, so if you got something to say to Donnie, let him know. That's about it,
Go
guys.
to bed. You can say anything to me and it'll be fine.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and Donnie, thanks again for the tour, and
Yeah.
of course all your hard work, and it's coming along beautifully.
Well, I just putter away at it, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know how it is when you get old, you putter.
Yeah,
You know, putter a lot.
it's a good speed.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, we'll take care and we'll see you at a later date.